Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen.
Happy holidays.
Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose,
Like a light bulb.
and if you ever saw it, you would even say, "Whoa!" Like a light bulb. Woo! All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names.
Like idiot.
They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
Hey, Rudolph.
"Rudolph, with your nose so bright, ooh, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" Oh, then how those reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee,
Hey, Rudolph.
"Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history."
Oh, man. You know, Rudolph, we didn't mean all those things that we were saying about you playing You don't even, I don't know what you're talking about, man. We always liked you. We knew you're going to be a historical figure and all that thing, man. Come on, man.
I never liked Rudolph.
Come back and play some Monopoly.
Feels awful. Oh, then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
Hey, Rudolph.
"Rudolph, with your nose so bright, oh, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" Yeah, then how those rude reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee,
Hey, Rudolph.
"Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history." Yeah.
Hey, Rudolph.
Hey, won't you guide my sleigh? Oh, Rudolph, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Yeah, Rudolph,
Hey,
won't
Rudolph.
you guide my sleigh?
Won't you guide my sleigh?
Won't you guide my sleigh?
Hey, Rudolph.
Gotta guide my sleigh tonight.
Natural fade now. And it faded to the basement. Happy ho holidays, and welcome to what is a very strange and very Gregory Christmas. Oh, thanks
Sure.
for this. As you can see, I just want to get this right out of the way. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our strange stream in which we are both performer and venue and producer and conversation partners. But
And audience to your performance in the chat.
yeah.
Yeah, you have a role to play here too, guys.
Is it the
Yeah.
most 2020 thing ever that we would do this as a live stream? Of course, we'll be reading your comments and responding, so thanks for being here with us. This is going to be more of a participatory concert than we've ever done before, but we have to address the elephant in the room, which is namely the elephant that's not in the room, Andrew Gregory. And I don't know what else to say but to break the news that is also sort of like breaking on us, which is that Andrew tested positive and cannot convene here with us tonight. So we're all kind of shocked, but he's doing okay with moderate symptoms and is quarantining right now. So that caused a lot of changes for us today, namely figuring out how we're going to do some semblance of this show, but it didn't feel right to not proceed. And here we are.
This is just the year. This is the year we have been given.
Yeah, you guys might know that we do a Christmas show, a live Christmas show every year. We've done it in Radford and in New York City. Obviously, this year we're not doing a show, so we're just going to sit in our imaginary living room. I think there's even a Google Doc. Is the Google Doc in the description, or is it just floating around online? A Google Doc with all the lyrics, if you want to sing in your house, or if you want to put it on in a background tab while you're going around doing Christmassy things like decorating. We won't be offended. If we're the 5th tab, and in the 4th tab you have like Spider-Man memes happening, and in the 3rd tab you have Shrek, Star Wars crossover memes, we're not offended. I am a 20 Chrome tab offender. Always got at least 20 Chrome tabs. So you do it how you want to do it.
Maybe should we sing a couple more songs? And
Yes.
We're kind of making this up as we go along, guys. Here, man down. You know, usually we have a band and 4 Gregorys ready to assault you with coziness. So we still have the coziness in our back pocket. We're just kind of making it up as we go here, and we'll see how it shakes out. These are some of our favorite Christmas songs that we stuck onto an album a year or two ago. The record is called Sleigh Ride Fireside. Of course, you can stream it all over the place, and we're going to sing some of them with you tonight. What are we going to do next?
Thanks for the well wishes to Andrew. I also, if you guys have seen our YouTube Rewind Butt memes, you might have seen there were a lot of Among Us memes. And while we were making the track, I made an imposter piano, an impiano. It is the emergency meeting button sound. I'm obsessed with that sound because it sounds like a big emergency is always about to happen. It sounds like this. So if you guys have any requests at any point of the night for Christmas songs with the emergency meeting button, let me know. Here is, let's see if I can play it. The problem is right now this isn't hooked up to a keyboard, so I'm just typing it like on the laptop. I got pretty good at this. We were on tour 1 year, and I was just like sitting in the back seat, like practicing on the keyboard, ASDF. See if I can do this. That's the emergency meeting piano.
That's our show, everyone.
That's the
Thank
show.
You so
That's the
much
show.
for
Thank you.
coming out.
That was super
Thank you.
suspicious, but they're beautiful as well.
Yeah.
It made me feel joyful and like I needed to exit immediately.
You're going to be ejected.
Let's sing another song.
So yeah, let's do, this is a song called Go Tell It on the Mountain. So if you got this in your Google Doc, just sing or
So-
shout along.
We haven't discussed this yet. Who's taking Andrews first?
Oh yeah. Who knows it? I don't know.
I'll sing it. It's the
Okay,
second
you
verse,
sing it.
right?
Okay.
Let's
Great.
see.
Here we go.
Just to surprise each other.
All right.
Okay.
This is great.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
This is Andrew's bit, right?
Yeah.
So just imagine I'm more handsome. While shepherds kept their watching, all silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens, there shone a holy light.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain
and traveled on together to where the baby lay.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is Lord. Down in a lowly manger, the humble little baby Jesus was born. Yeah, God sent us salvation, that blessed Christmas morn. Yeah, Lord, tell it on the mountain, yeah, over the hills and everywhere. Oh, tell it on the mountain, yeah, that Jesus Christ is born. Oh, tell it on the mountain, yeah, over the hills and everywhere. Lord, tell it on the mountain, yeah, that Jesus Christ is born. Go over the hills and everywhere Jesus Christ is born. Go, go. Jesus Christ is born. Go, go. Over the hills and everywhere Jesus Christ is born. Go, oh, oh, go. Jesus Christ is born. Jesus Christ is born. Jesus Christ is born.
Woo!
That's so good.
Oh, next
That
time we
is
do
really
this-
hard to fill in the harmonies where Andrew usually sings. We're like trying to like be like, okay, where is that harmony? You go down, and then on the next verse I'll go up.
Yeah, I was giving Michael the old hairy eyebrows. It's like
Way to
one of
remember
the-
that
one
album
of these. I
ending,
say like
Michael.
I'll go tenor, you go baritone.
Everybody, tell us where you're from in the chat because I'm really curious. Shout out to anybody who is from here in New York or from our hometowns in Radford or San Antonio. Hello to you, and hello to everyone else too.
Hello.
Saying hello to you makes me feel like that Smoking Meats video we did. Hello to you.
Hello.
I'm in my backyard smoking meats too.
Yeah, this is one of the most similar things we've ever done.
Yeah.
This
is kinda like
live
that.
stream.
This is actually, I don't wish that Andrew had COVID, but it is helpful that he is on the other end of the stream giving us audio notes.
Okay.
What notes did
Yeah,
Andrew
I'll
give us?
them all these.
Mike is clipping.
Okay, which mic? Both?
I think both.
Okay.
Yeah, which all mics.
Check.
Life is clipping. It's
Oh.
too much. It's
Okay,
too
we're
much.
going to. You guys can also boost that. Whoa, Radford Village. Wow,
Yes.
that's
Oh.
like where I was born. I mean, not literally. I was born at the Radford.
Oh,
Hospital,
Omri,
but-
my frisbee homie from McCarran Park. Hey, Omri, what's up, guys? Hey, guys from Radford. I saw Brazil. I saw Tasmania.
Oh, man.
We've gone global.
Whoa!
The
shout out
Gregory's
to
done gone global.
Shout out to the Eastern Hemisphere people. We know it's late there. It's at least 10:18 p.m. if not later. So thanks for staying up way past your bedtime of 8 p.m. We appreciate it.
Yeah. And thank you for all your kind comments about Andrew. Yes, we're worried about him. We're concerned about, and I would be remiss to remark that it's not just the technology and the delivery vehicle for this stream that's different. Of course, everything this year is different. So, as we sing songs of holiday cheer, I just want to acknowledge that we're also doing it in a spirit of solidarity with everybody that's stuck at home and everybody that's been through a lot this year. We have some friends with pretty severe post-COVID impacts, and we've lost a couple of people that we know this year, and I know that you all have too. And 2020 has been very dicey, so it's special that you would spend a little bit of your evening with us, and we appreciate you. Lots of love is transmitting from our hearts through this pitiful little GoPro that's mounted over here. Out to
Pitiful.
the airwaves.
It's to do
Val-
the job.
This is a marvel of technology.
That was
over there.
really-
The mount is pitiful.
That was really
It's
mean.
gaff tape.
There is
It's
gaff
taped
tape.
onto-
It's
it
taped
is-
on. We're doing the best.
Aspects of it are pitiful. Mistakes were made, but the camera itself, I say, is valiant.
True.
Intrepid.
It's really, it's a true symbol of human nature.
Dare I say intrepid? Now, let's do another song, and then maybe we could do some, more positive recapping of things that transpired in this little space of Schmo-Yoho during the year 2020.
Yeah.
What's up next?
All right. Next we got I Don't Want Anything, which is a Sarah and Evan Gregory original song. They wrote this, and they are going to sing it. Namely, Sarah is going to sing it.
Mainly Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing it with Evan in my heart, though.
I adjusted the mic a level,
Okay, great.
so let me know if I overdid it.
Yeah.
I just did it a little
You all, here's all of your chance to be a producer. Just give us all your notes. Okay, here we go.
I gotta hit the space bar.
I was hoping to sing it a cappella. I've thought a lot about it, and now I plainly see I don't want much of anything beneath my Christmas tree. So listen to me closely, you don't need to write it down. My list is short but awfully sweet, the sweetest one around. Don't get me gifts, don't get me holly, don't get me candy canes or silver bells, none of those will make me one bit jolly. I don't want sleigh rides or old exotic chestnuts on an open fire. I don't want anything for Christmas but you. I used to like all of the parties. Oh, I miss the parties. The caroling and revelry made me feel absolutely sparkling. I don't want champagne or figgy pie, not true. Dancing or snowy skies. I don't want anything for Christmas but you. We all know Santa's for the kids, he fills his sleigh for them. But Santa, if you have the time, listen to my wish. Don't get me gifts, don't get me holly, don't get me candy canes or silver bells, none of those will make me one bit jolly. I don't want sleigh rides or old exotic chestnuts roasting on any kind of fire. Don't get me anything for Christmas but you. Evan, what's on your Christmas list this year?
Oh, thanks for asking. Well, I was thinking about some new gadgets or a car, but eventually I just decided that there's only one thing on my list, and it's you. Well, and to get out of my godforsaken house for once in a while.
Oh, the mute mighted you. Yeah, here we go. Oh, we all know Santa's for the kids, he fills his sleigh for them. Hey kids, but Santa, if you have the time, listen to my wish. Don't get me gifts, don't get me holly, don't get me candy canes or silver bells, none of those will make me one bit jolly. Oh, I don't
you.
Thank you so much. The cascading applause.
Oh, it's so good.
I can hear it in my mind. I can hear it in living rooms and bedrooms across the world. Thank you guys for being here.
There's something. Whoa.
It's me.
Oh my
Me,
gosh.
Harnigan Wolf.
Oh, what a surprise.
Yo, I have to ask, have you had a negative COVID result?
Of course,
Okay,
I've been
thank you.
quarantined
Okay, great.
for like 28 days
Okay.
in Tiny Town just so I could come over here. And as you all know, I had to cancel my stadium tour where I sing Christmas songs all year round. just
That
to
was
be here.
tragic. I followed that Twitter trend, and it was.
I was in Rio at the time. I was in the middle of singing "Have Yourself a Very Little Harnigan Miss," and then I had to leave.
Well,
What a tragedy.
I mean, what a treat that you're here and that you've been quarantining appropriately so that we don't have to kick your unmasked self right out of here. It's just a delight to have you here with us. Would you like to, I mean, I don't want to pressure you, just something off the cuff. Would you like to sing a song, perhaps, since
I
you're
would
here?
lobe to. But before we do, let's play a little highlight of "I Don't Want Anything for Christmas."
Oh, what a nice idea. Let's see if I did this
of
right.
The amazing tap video that Sarah directed.
Oh, what a nice idea.
Yeah, this,
She came up with the whole music video. She sang it. She wrote the song. She did everything.
oh, it's really true. Okay, so what do
I
I
didn't
have
dance it
here?
or choreograph it. So.
This is a preview of the video, which already exists, but nobody watched it, called "I Don't Want Anything for Christmas But You."
Don't get me gifts, don't get me holly, don't get me candy canes or silver bells, none of those will make me one bit jolly. I don't want sleigh rides or all lang syne, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Don't get me anything for Christmas but you.
Oh, there she blows. We can't hear it when I put a video in the stream here in the room, so it just got oddly quiet as we're watching these people silently tap dance
It was delightful,
around the screen. But
actually.
it was
It was
still
kind
somewhat transporting.
luxurious for me.
I think I'm just so happy with how that video came out. It's just so sweet.
It's so sweet, and yeah, I just couldn't be happier. I just had envisioned this like old school tap routine, and they really pulled it off. It was just a joy to make. We did it in one day, in like just hours, I think, even. It's pretty quick.
This is a great promo. Go watch this video after this. Don't cut out of this screen. Now, Harnigan, what is it that you'd like to perform for us tonight, or you just want to kick it off?
So I'm going to sing a song I wrote about 55 years ago, and it's about all the traditions that we all know and love and have all grown up with. So, you know, it's just a little walk down memory lane like many Christmas songs are. And for those of you singing along, it's in the key of C. Prepare yourselves. All right, y'all ready? You know I'm going to come in late because this instrumental is just going to be like, bam, no count off. And then I'm going to catch up.
But that's why you're such a professional.
That's what we do
Harnigan.
in showbiz. Children of a certain age don't know how Christmas goes. So let's pass it down and tell them how to Christmas like a pro. Happy holidays to you. It's time to do all those traditions we do. Like wrap those presents and tie those bows and spread oily butter on Uncle Joe. Happy holidays to you. It's time to do those traditions we do. To do that Christmas we all do. The smell of gingerbread cookies fills the kitchen while we're mistletoe kissing. And we're humming a familiar tune. We always run into the forest and shave a muskrat. Tape the fur on Uncle Joe's mustache for when we chase him in the nude. But why am I telling you? That's the same thing that you do. Happy holidays to you. It's time to do all those traditions we do. Decorating the tree while we're listening to carols. Burning Uncle Joe's belongings in a barrel. Happy holidays to you. It's time to do those traditions we do, to do that Christmas we all do. We always hang that fresh green garland on the front porch, with the wreath on the front door, and we make them shine with Christmas light. And we always force feed Uncle Joe with raw milk from a goat, so we can fortify his bones and make him strong on wrestling night. Hey, but why am I reminding you that's the same thing that you do? Oh, happy holidays to you. It's time to do all those traditions we do, like baking neighbors' bread to spread holiday cheer, and dressing Uncle Joe up as a sexy reindeer. Happy holidays to you. It's time to do those traditions we do, to do that Christmas we all do. But the one tradition I'll never understand is just why Uncle Joe hates Christmas. What a sociopath. I'll never understand, Joe. Merry Wrestling Eve.
Oh, what a classic.
Shout out to all you guys who do the same things. It's funny how all over the world we just have these same traditions.
How did they get here?
The trees, the oily butter, the muskrats. It's just something that, went all over the world.
It's really, well, when you think back to when you wrote this song back in the post-war years, all the GIs coming back from overseas, they brought back a lot of traditions with them.
From all over the world.
Yeah, from all over the world, and now that's just how we celebrate.
It's just what we all do.
What else do you have up your sleeve, Mr. Woolstead? Hey-o!
Whoa, you know what you just heard was every song on the album at the same time.
Oh, they said it couldn't be done.
You know what I want to do is reminisce. As a viewer of the Schmo Yoho channel from afar,
yes,
on my world tour before it was canceled, I wanted to compliment you guys for rhyming the unrhymable word a couple months ago. And I was wondering if we could roll that clip.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Sarah did the impossible. Sarah rhymed the word orange.
She did. Okay, let me find the clip. Sarah
So let's see
rhymed
the proof.
orange. Just cut that loop for a second. Okay, here we go. So Sarah rhymes the word orange. Here it is.
Who's gonna work it out, baby? Who's gonna work it out?
Hey, I live in California, and sometimes the sky burns orange. Can we build a massive bunker, put the whole state in cold storage? Woo! Who's gonna work it out, baby? Who's gonna work it out?
Rhyming the unrhymable. We thought it couldn't be done. Actually, we were already meaning to do that since the first debate. And every debate season, we've done these in a couple of election seasons now. We'll always write a ton of questions, and in the first debate, we'll have time for 4 to 6 of them, and then the best ones we keep rewriting until they finally make it in. And so that one we had written weeks before, and I think we'd even emailed with Weird Al about it, how he's like, "You're rhyming orange?" And we're like, "We're doing it. We're going for the orange rhyme."
Doing it.
And we finally did it.
Unprecedented times call for unprecedented rhymes.
Oh, that's really so true. I just wanted to pause and say thank you so much to Alfred for the very generous holiday season super chat. The donation I'm seeing at the top of our live chat.
Whoa.
Thanks, Alfred. It's great to see you, man. I hope you and your family are doing great this season.
This is so kind.
There's no obligation to anyone. This stream is absolutely free because we're all stuck inside, and half of us lost our jobs, so what the hey. But if you're not one of those people and you feel like, well, I would have gone to the show and paid $12 for it, then feel free to donate through this or some other mechanism, like joining our Patreon or just buy the record on Bandcamp, and it'll be me mailing it to you, so I'll sign it for you. Who knows? But
Shout out to Political Music for suggesting that we rhyme orange with blorange. That's something we hadn't even considered. It was a big missed opportunity.
For those of you who just joined, I saw this go by in the chat a couple times for people that are very confused about where Andrew is. And so to recap, Andrew has tested positive and is home quarantining. So we're soldiering forth with the joy of the season, but the melancholy of missing somebody in a pandemic, which I know you all can sympathize with.
Missing both his physical presence and also the harmonies, the beautiful harmonies that would be happening.
We've got a major hole
25%
in our
harmonies.
heart where the baritone goes.
True.
Mr. Woolstead, would you like to serenade us once again?
I think I'm going to exit, and then I'll think about returning later. But
Oh, so you're busy. You have another thing.
now it's all up to you guys to sing Christmas in Prison.
Oh.
If you're up for it. This is usually an Andrew solo.
I'm not up for it, but we should do it anyway, just in the spirit of 2020.
Let's do it. Let's
Okay.
do it as a sing along.
Let's do it as a sing-along. Turn in your Google Docs to Christmas in Prison
Let's do it.
lyrics. This is Andrew's solo. We're going to do our darndest to muck it up
Alright.
It's such
for
a good
him.
song. It should be sung. Such a beautiful song. Such a sad, sad, beautiful song. Which is the name of the game. Okay, here we
you
go.
hit the space bar
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
We'll,
yeah, yeah. All right.
yeah, see what comes
Ooh, right here and okay, here we go.
up. Let's try here.
It was Christmas
in prison, and the food was real good. We had turkey and pistols carved out of wood. And I dream of her always, even when I don't dream. Her name's on my tongue, and her blood's in my stream. Wait a while, eternity. Old Mother Nature's got nothing on me. So come to me, run to me, come to me now. We're rolling, my sweetheart, we're flowing by God. She reminds me of a chess game with someone I admire, or a picnic in the rain after a prairie fire. Her heart is as big as this whole chair. She's sweeter than saccharin at a drugstore for sale. Oh, wait a while, eternity. Old Mother Nature's got nothing on me. Yeah, come to me, run to me, come to me now. I'm rolling, my sweetheart, we're flowing by God. Now the searchlight in the big yard turns around with the gun, and it spotlights the snowflakes like the dust in the sun. It's Christmas in prison, there'll be music tonight, so I'll probably get homesick. I love you tonight. Wait a while, eternity. Old Mother Nature's got nothing on me. Come to me, run to me, come to me now. Rolling, my sweetheart, flowing by God.
Oh,
What had happened was we sang a verse when there was a guitar solo. So what you're hearing right now is a very sensitive verse, and I'm going to use it to say, hey Andrew, I know you're watching at home, and just wanted to say we miss you. I wish you were here belting this one out, man. We'll see you in a bit. Wait a while, eternity. Old Mother Nature's got nothing on me. Come to me, run to me, come to me now. We're rolling, my sweetheart, we're flowing by God. Oh!
For a second, I was afraid we also skipped the didgeridoo solo.
Yeah.
If we skip like the didgeridoo solo and the dobro solo,
Yeah, it really takes
we'd
the
be on
vibes
song
out of the
for a while.
season. We're gonna have to make that loop a little bit
You're
longer.
right. My loop was a little bit short.
Yeah, took us. We were about to sing this song again.
We were actually lucky that the loop ended on like the last note.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh, man.
What's going on in the chat? I'm gonna come visit the
What
chat.
the Geneva?
Whoa, Geneva. You're
Oh,
too
my
kind.
Oh, you saints! The saints of the season
Okay.
have come.
Can I
the
make
ghost of Christmas present
Can
is
I
here.
make an executive decision as someone who technically doesn't really work on a daily basis at Gregory Residence anymore?
Okay.
Yeah.
We're donating
Yeah.
this money. We're going to donate
Yeah.
this money, okay?
Okay,
Donate
great.
to,
You heard it here first.
Yeah. I don't know where. If you guys have some suggestions, feel free to hit us up, but we'll find something good.
Yeah, we work with some orgs
Yeah.
around here in our neighborhood and also in our hometown. So
Yeah, the last few
Yeah.
years here, when we've taken ticket receipts at the door in person here in New York and donated it to Los Sures, the mission on South Side, and prior to that, the Bowery mission, which serves the homeless population near where we're sitting right now, which is in Brooklyn, New York, at the foot of the Williamsburg Bridge.
Yeah.
So thank you to all to your generosity, and we will pass it on to those in need. But it's also a gesture of solidarity and of seasonal spirit, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you a lot.
Sure
Yeah.
do.
Anybody? Who was it that was from Radford Village? That blew my mind.
Well, I saw
Because we
that.
live
I
in-
saw that coming from Brian Kugler, but I've seen David Horton in the chat.
Well, hello to all the Radfordians
Mayor of our
and the people
hometown.
from afar as well.
Okay, Michael, what other clips do you want to peruse here?
Yeah, what should we peruse? Let's do the clip of the debates, because this is a season that comes only once
Yeah.
every 4 years. We always songify all the debates, so I just wanted to give a big thanks to the people that guested. I think Darren was already in the last clip, but I have a clip with all the other songified debates.
Okay, let's see. Okay, debate guests. Yeah,
Yeah.
here we go.
does a
What a
beat
great
here.
recap. Here it is.
Computers are all over the place.
Who's it gonna be?
They want to take out the cows. The
In
cows.
the West Wing.
Now here's the deal. He has no idea what he's talking about.
We're living in the apocalypse. I'm begging you to put a stop to this, pretty please.
One heartbeat away. Hey, please vote now. From taking that place.
Trump turned to this economy around.
Could you step up if they start breathing? I'm not asking for a specific reason. It's the last
They
time
want to build new buildings with little tiny windows.
to finish this fight.
Joe, he was selling sheets and pillows.
It's the last time
He just talks about Milwaukee.
for you to be together.
I represent all Americans, both parties.
It's your last chance.
I was there, and it's still funny to me.
Yeah, we didn't sleep for like a month to make these. I was like so tired after, and I was also like a little concerned for my health because I like lost a little weight. I was like, all right, now I'm just gonna sit around and eat pizza for a week.
Yeah, the odds that they're watching the stream right now are extremely low, but thank you to Weird Al Yankovic, Darren Chris, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Debbie and Chris of Blondie for taking part in the fictional Schmo-Yoho debates of 2020.
Made our jobs a lot easier, and I mean, it was a challenging year, not for the host reasons, but just for COVID reasons. We were doing more remote stuff. We did it remotely with Weird Al and also Joe. Joe was doing a project in New Zealand, and we coordinated everything remotely. And then Blondie and Darren, we did in person, and we did tests. We did. We had as few people here as possible. We did all the protocol, and it went really smoothly. That was also when New York was like, everything in New York was so
Oh,
low.
everything was locked down, man.
Yeah.
It felt so good. Now here we are, and it's getting a little dicey.
Indeed. But now we want to rewind to the beginning of the year for another Schmo highlight. And we wanted to raise a Yodelwasser little bottle. This is, what camera are we on?
You're going to have to explain what Yodel was. Yes.
you go.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
let's see.
Here we go. Here's a Yodelwasser. You might
Wait,
recognize
let me get that camera going. Here we go.
this. I'm not used to a multicam
This is
situation.
this Yodelwasser, translated as yodel water. This was a gift to us from Takeo Ishii, the star that you know of Chicken Attack and its sequels, Chicken Pig Attack and Rat Attack. And he gifted us, while he was here visiting us, his custom-made Yodovasa, which is basically just like colored vodka for all I could, as far as I know. But it will make you not necessarily yodel better, but attempt to yodel better with energy and gusto. So we started the year this year in 2020. We did not know how far we were going to fall this year, but we started this year on a high note with the sequel to Chicken Attack called Chicken Pig Attack. So we toast to the commencement of 2020.
If you got your hot chocolate, a toast to you.
A toast to you. And we shall
or other beverage.
We toast you with this Yodovasa that has been
Takeo.
unopened
Und
since Takeo was here a year ago.
Cheers.
Cheers to you all. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
oh, delightful.
Whoa!
Whoa, hold up. Whoa. Somebody gave me yodel powers.
Gay my baby and a gay bee. We're gonna play for you a sample of Chicken Pig Attack just to remember where we started this year. It looks a little bit like this.
They can ready to find. Oh, chicken and a pig, bacon and eggs. They don't care to play. Chicken and a pig, bacon and eggs. You don't play today. Oh, friends for all time.
しかし弟子がいるのは助かるかも。お前はピザを注文したりメールを返信したりすることができるかも。しかしお前は疲れているはず。布団を用意しよう。
You sure you don't want to see my resume?
聞くけど。しかし危険な人生は慣れないといけない。
No, not at all. I have low self-esteem, so I actually wouldn't mind being hard.
よし。まず
Next week, will Takeo meet his doom?
That was a piece of Chicken Pig Attack. And we thought we would be filming, like this fall, the sequel to Rat Attack. But,
that was our plan for what we're going to be doing right now. Is
the
cow attack.
things happened. So now we're trying to figure out how to progress things from afar. So stay tuned. We will tell you when we have news to tell.
Yeah, we're trying to hold up our end of the bargain and deliver a new blank attack in the new year. But guys, it's some heavy lifting. I just want to say that although Michael had the star turn there at the end as Takeo's young intern, I don't want to overlook my crucial role that I played in this video as hostage tied up with burlap sack on head. And
It's a key role.
And I'm going to just play a clip of me. I just want to play a clip of me.
You're
but-
literally the one sitting at the computer, so I guess that's what's gonna happen.
But before I do, I just want to note that for some reason we put in the script that Takeo frees me after he vanquishes the bad guys and feeds me a piece of cheese. And there was no reason for it, but it just stayed in the script the whole time we were writing it. And sure enough, by gosh darn it, for no reason, I ate a piece of cheese in this scene.
Chicken and a pig, bacon and eggs. You don't play today. 6 legs, 2 wings, and 1 ass for pig.
I gotta say, I feel
Oh,
like
really
that
went for
cutaway,
it.
that kind of went under the radar. Like, sometimes with YouTube videos, people will just fixate on the smallest things. They'll be like, at time code 320,
Yes.
did you notice that in the corner they were wearing, they had a Starbucks cup or whatever? But in this case, I did not see people commenting on the cheese at all. Like, the fact that Takeo gives you cheese, like the worst thing to give someone who's, thirsty. And then he just leaves. And you're just you don't look mad particularly. You're just happy to be rescued. But you just watch him go away after he gave you cheese.
There's
Yeah.
so
Right
many
under the radar.
questions I have. Not just why cheese, but how did he even have food on his person anyway? And why did you just immediately trust him and just devour a bite as soon as it was offered you?
Yeah, something in his demeanor was clear to me that he was a savior. So, it's time for us to get back to the singing, except that I just saw Aaron C. Tamel in the chat say, my girlfriend shared an Instagram story showing that Have You Ever Had a Dream was her top song in Spotify this year. Oh, you
What?
love You love to see it when our very weird music shows up in people's Spotify year-end rankings. Thanks to you, every morning she plays the song and brags about it. Well, good for her. So I have a little retrospective here on that very wholesome tune that we did called Ever Had a Dream. This was like weeks, just days before lockdown. So boy, did we not know as we optimistically wrote this song about having your dreams and following them. Anyway, this is called Ever Had a Dream.
Have you ever had a dream that you had, you would, you could, you do, you would, you want, you could do so, you could do, you want him to do so much, you could do anything, ever had a dream, you could do anything, ever had a dream, you could do anything.
That was a really fun one to make because this year was so, politics saturated because it's an election year. Yeah. It was nice to take a break and just do like a classic meme. It's one of the memes that, at this point it's at least half a decade old. I guess the original clip is probably from like the 90s, but the meme is like from the 2010s, but it feels timeless. It's one of those memes that isn't like super dated, kind of like if someone posts like a troll face or something. Although those are coming back some. But you know what I'm talking about, where some memes are like, so people are like, troll-lo-lo, and you're like, come on, dude, 2012. But this is just a timeless meme, just a moment where you can't finish your sentence, and then when you do, you're just like so proud. So a long-winded way of saying I'm glad we did a classic meme, and we're always looking for new ones to do, like those memes we missed back in whenever. It could be 2012, 2016. Send us those if we haven't done them yet, or any new ones that seem songifiable, and we're always game.
My friends who are in the chat all giving me audio notes, I thank you for your attention. The issue is that we're all in a giant room here, so I really can't turn us up, but I will try to turn down any other clips that we play, because I know those are like basically mastered audio. So thanks for your comments. I'll try to improve your experience so that you can turn up the volume on our speaking and singing without blowing your ears out.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. And also thank you to Andre. Great to see you, man. Hey, thanks for being here. To Tess, for RFK, MLK, Forever. To Mike Penny. Hey, Mike. And Matthew the Mailman. We appreciate you guys, and thanks for your donations and support.
Mike Penny, as you guys might know, is in Auto-Tune the News 11, playing the shamisen in the European Union Parliament.
Our longest standing and potentially most talented fans, I have to say.
I mean, he's a wizard, and you should check out his music.
Yeah.
So it's good to see you guys in the chat. Let's do do you guys want to do like a big song like Auld Lang Syne, or do you want to do a little one that's quiet?
Let's belt it out.
Okay.
We're having a volume competition with ourselves here.
Okay. Roger that. I'll cue up Auld Lang Syne.
All right. Do you want us to sing with you on your Andrew verse or no?
Auld Lang Syne means Old Lang Syne in New English, I think, allegedly. All right, so this is that song you sometimes hear on New Year's Eve for 10 seconds before they cut away to like CeeLo singing Imagine. So this is that whole song. If you got the Google Doc. Especially you, Andrew. We need your harmony here.
Oh, the baritone.
The baritone.
Should old acquaintance be forgot
And never brought to mind?
Should old acquaintance be forgot in days of Auld Lang Syne? The answer is no. Auld Lang Syne, my dear.
verse is sad because I'm supposed to sing a duet with Andrew. But I'm going to sing down the octave. You guys sing up the octave, okay? I'll do the low. Take it away. My heart is ravished with delight. With thee I think upon all grief and sorrow. Take the flight and speedily are gone. For all lang syne, my dear, for all lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet. For all lang syne, for all lang syne, my dear, for all lang syne, we'll take everybody now. A cup of kindness yet. For all lang Woo! I couldn't have hit those notes if I didn't have the Yodelwasser.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks to Takeo.
Thank you, Takeo.
As immediately a new octave is discovered.
Yeah. Well, a new octave on top and a new octave on bottom. So suddenly I've got the Mariah and Ariana whistle tones.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, what do you guys want us to play on the imp piano? It's been too long. It's time for an emergency meeting.
Michael's taking it back to the M piano.
I just love how harsh it sounds.
Can you try Jingle Bells?
Yeah. Let's do Jingle Bells. I think this is the original note. The emergency meeting is a B or a B flat. So I'll play Jingle Bells in G, so you start on the B. See if I can do a harmony. That is the Among Us in piano.
Okay.
Wow, and how mellifluous it is.
Sorry, Sarah. They're telling you. I didn't even see your face, but they're chatting that your face was filled with something. Alarm.
I mean, it did the job.
Yeah, I think I need to turn down the in piano. I haven't maxed out just because, whenever you hear the emergency meeting sound in that game, it's always like so harsh because you're in the middle of doing something, like you're doing a task, like, oh, I'm connecting the wires, and then it's like,
There we go.
like really loud, right in your face.
Let's sing another song, you guys.
Let's do it.
What do you think? What's next in the set list here?
We got, we could do that one or this one.
Did we do O Come and Be Faithful yet?
No, let's do
We
that.
did not.
Let's do that one. Speaking of belting and harmonies.
All right. This is a Christmas song called "O Come All Ye Faithful."
Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of long fade feels so good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Whenever I see these old songs where like yay is spelled Y-E-A, you know, like yay, I guess it means yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Means yes.
Y-E.
Yay or nay?
What,
Yeah, what's the best translation of
But
Y-E-A?
always, and you know, like O is spelled without an H in the old songs. It's just like oh. But I'm always like, man, these would be if they went through current translations, it wouldn't be yay. It would be like, you know, in the year 2020, it would be like Y-U-H, yeah. Because now we're in the age of yeah.
Yeah.
We've moved beyond
Yeet.
even yeah.
What's the difference, you think, between yay, like, yay, Lord, we greet thee, and like, hark, the herald angels are singing. Hark.
Oh, yeah.
A hark to me means like, yo, check this out.
Oh, like, hey.
Like,
It's just,
hey, everybody.
And
hark.
And yay kind of is like more directed at the person. I feel like hark is about getting people's attention.
yeah, definitely looking for some answers in the chat.
And
on
yay
this
is
one.
a little bit more like.
Do we have any etymologists? Any etymologists in the chat or any epidemiologists?
Listen. Holly Hansen says, listen.
We need some epidemiologists.
Exactly.
Yeah, someone quick, open another tab and Google hark, the etymology. Was it a curse word back in the day because it ends in K? It sounds kind of harsh.
Okay, Ellen Allen says, hark is look. Dave Walsh says, yay is more like truly. Okay, truly. Yay.
But so is
Like,
yeah. Yeah
yes.
is like truly. If you say,
Yeah.
hey, that dunk by LeBron was great, and I say, yeah, it's like saying truly, right?
You could say yay.
Yeah,
Instead.
it's very similar to saying,
Yay, 'tis true.
it's similar to saying yes.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, all right.
I shouldn't argue with the chat, though. I don't want to get on bad terms. Sooner or later, we're just going to
Do
start
we have
fighting.
any other O or yay songs in our set list here?
Yeah, Curtis C says, "Yay equals it do be like this," and that is kind of true. It's so
Yeah,
in the
it
current
do.
version. Where is that in the song? It's like, "Yay, it would be it do be like this. We greet thee." It's a lot more syllables
sure
though.
enough,
It's
sure
not
enough,
wrong.
Lord, we greet thee. Born this
Yeah.
happy morning. Although I realize it wasn't in the morning, right?
It's definitely not wrong.
Who knows?
I don't
because it
know.
do be
But then
like
again,
this.
it wasn't December either. So
Truly, that dunk was yay. That dunk was glorious. Okay,
okay.
what do y'all want to do next? You want to do something big?
We're right at an hour for our Christmas stream. It's been a joy to be with you, and I think we'll try to squeeze in a few more minutes before we send everybody off to their Christmas Eve. Let's do a few more songs, and then I think if we feel like really energized and game and pumped up by the supportive comments in the chat, then we might attempt a radio play. It's never been done with only 3 people. It never has been accomplished, but we've done it 16 years in a row for the Christmas show. So I guess it's kind of up to you guys to encourage us and pump us up. But
Yeah.
well, you guys think
Push
about
back.
it. You guys stew on it and see if you've got what it takes to bring the energy, and we'll
Take us
we'll
there.
sing a couple more songs in the meantime.
Now, notes on the audio. Did somebody say that the mics were quiet, or are you guys feeling cool on the levels, or should we just bring down the track?
We'll just bring down the track because that's the
Yeah.
only lever we can really pull.
We don't want to
here.
be clipping out.
Yeah.
This is pandemic audio. You know, it's not our crispiest audio, but it is an audio.
It ain't Carnegie Hall.
Okay, I'm bringing us down a couple dB.
Well, they're talking about when we play clips directly into the
Oh, I
stream
thought
because
someone
we're just
mentioned
playing
the mic.
mastered audio, and but maybe I guess that could be true that OCOM is like a loud track that we're belting over. Anyway, what do you want to do next, man?
Okay, so here are the songs we have not done. We have not done Jingle Bells. That could get just totally chopped off on the chopping block. We have not done Still, 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 or What Are You Doing New Year's Eve, or Have Yourself a Very Little Christmas.
So we're in
A Merry
we're in the
Little Christmas.
fireside zone of our album now.
Okay, let's
we're getting
pick.
cozy. So we could put some kids to sleep, or we could I could wake them up with Jingle Bells.
I think I'm feeling like let's do Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. As long as we don't mind getting composition claimed on YouTube Content ID. It's like the best. It's the best track on the record. People need to hear it.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
All right. Are you guys ready with your intro and outro? do-ups?
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Never.
We will see.
We'll wing it.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go.
Merry, Merry Christmas. Have yourself a very Merry Christmas.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us will gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow. Oh, hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
A very Merry Christmas.
Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are so dear to us will be near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow. So hang the shining star upon the highest bough.
In that version of the fade out, somebody threw the boombox in a bathtub. I like that version.
Sarah, in the middle of that song, I almost started harmonizing you with the imp piano, the emergency meeting piano, just to see how you would react. But I didn't.
Yeah.
I would just like appreciation for not doing that.
She would have reacted by cutting your throat. I think you'd be gone.
I just want to be celebrated for.
That is some
Or
real
not doing it.
self-control, Michael, and you should be applauded.
Yeah. But can I try it for a second? Now that we're done.
sure.
Now that we're done.
Yeah, sure. Where do we take it
How-
back to?
How is
what
this
key
gonna
that in?
How is this gonna take place? It's in G.
G. Okay.
So yeah,
Let's do it on the bridge.
Okay,
like
okay.
just cut. We'll cut right to the guitar solo or something. Well,
Oh, okay. Yes. So I can just play the track,
Just, I'm in the zone.
and I'm gonna ruin the song.
I'm just feeling so feely about all of the lyrics being so particularly appropriate. for
we
this
just
year.
heard the most beautiful
Okay.
rendition
All right.
ever
All right. Here comes.
by Sarah Gregory.
We all will be together. Oh, yeah.
Let's take it to the bridge.
Highest golden days, happy golden days of faithful friends who are so dear to us, gather near to us once more. Yep, there we go.
So that's what would have happened.
Oh, that's as much as I could bear.
I was waiting
was
for you
bad.
to do the normal rhythm. I was like, where are the notes?
I didn't want to play
Where are
over.
my
I
notes?
didn't want to sing over that beautiful.
That's the whole point.
Oh. I've heard worse. I've heard worse, but that was bad. I've heard.
Yeah, the timbres don't really go together. You have like the synth sound, the buzzy synth, with the smooth vocal. So
That's
if
one
you
way
had
to
more
put it,
yodel Wasser, you might get a buzzier vocal.
Okay, I'll work on it. I'll work on it. Yeah, we'll see if we can make that work.
Takeo, we need more yodel Wasser.
Send more
We need
yodel
3
Wasser.
more
ASAP.
bottles.
Michael, why don't you pick one last song for us to cook on, and then I'm just going to address a couple beautiful comments. It's nice to see everybody in the chat. Somebody asked, where is Andrew? And if you're joining late, I'll just reiterate that Andrew's out sick. He tested positive, and so we're wishing him a speedy recovery, both through the spirit of our performance here and also through your loving and warm-hearted chats. He's going to get better ASAP, and for those of you who are sick at home or ailing throughout this country and world, we wish you the best. Get well very soon, and we hope you have a holiday season that is safe and find some measure of happiness.
Yeah, with all your Zoom parties. This is like the first Christmas like I haven't gone to Virginia. It's going to be weird. It's like sitting around, maybe calling some people on Zoom, and yeah, just reading. Just reading. Like, what do we do? What am I doing? I'm just reading some books, just looking at some memes. Now we're meme scholars, now that we made Rewind 2020, but memes. So it's like now we just think in memes. But yeah, it's been a weird year because it's like, you know, all the things that anyone does in their free time like don't exist. I remember like when this started in March, all of a sudden I like started running again because I was like, well, now like there's literally nothing to do but go walk around outside. So what if I ran around outside? I was like, I haven't done that in many a moon. And now you cannot do that because if you do, you'll get hypothermia. So now you just sit around and look at memes. That's what we do. So shout out to all you guys, you know, being at home, streaming with us, Zooming with people. This next song will be to you. And you know, the only group song that we haven't done is Jingle Bells.
Okay.
And we never even sing this, so like we've never practiced it, and it might be horrible.
But it's the perfect sing-along song.
Great sing-along song.
My kids know it.
I will
Kids, are you awake?
refrain.
Sing with us.
I'll refrain from playing the imp piano to ruin it further.
Oh yeah, there.
And yeah, let's just wing the harmonies. You guys, I don't know who did melody. I guess Sarah probably did melody, and I'll just come in underneath. And
Okay.
You do the high one, or do you want to do the low? Do you want to do the beneath one, and then I sing the low one, or do you want to do the high one?
Let's just see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Let's just
wing it. You guys are streaming into a rehearsal as we speak.
This is just in the spirit of live streaming. Let's do it live, baby.
All right.
Yeah, unrehearsed. Let's get into it.
Here we go. Dashing through the snow, and I come in too early on up and say,
Got it, baby. Got it. You're
for
on.
the fields we go, laughing all the way.
Oh, it feels so good.
Fun bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Thanks, guys. Have you heard this song before? Oh, I missed it. Didn't I miss it?
She was seated by your side.
Seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame, but misfortune seemed his lot. He got into a drifted bank, and then it got upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Get out of my face! Eject! See you later, 2020! Get your vaccine!
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Everyone, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
I always hold for applause when there's not another soul in this room. There's not, within like 100 yards of us, there's not another person. I'm sitting here quiet like somebody's gonna clap for me.
I hope you guys are singing along. How many people were singing along?
Yeah, who was singing along?
Press F
Denote it in the chat.
In the chat if you were singing along.
That really gave me a lot of joy just imagining all of you guys singing and dancing around.
We figured it out by the end of the first hook. I was
We started back to the top. Gotta take it
If
back.
you insist, okay,
Oh,
encore.
well, okay,
All
we'll
right.
do it. No, it didn't turn out too bad. It was our first time trying. Those harmonies have never been heard before on this earth, nor will they ever be heard again. Dare I say?
Unless
only
you just
is-
rewatch it on YouTube.
Yeah, I guess that's possible.
Okay, guys, we made it to 6:21 Eastern Time, and I'm pretty darn proud of how we stuck it out with only 3 bodies. There is no sound guy in the house. There is no
You,
person
don't sell
running
yourself
video.
short. Hey.
I'm just saying we got 3 bodies
That's
making
right.
it work. I'm pretty happy with the fact that we survived. But we are direly missing Andrew. Get well soon, buddy.
Yep.
And we're thinking of all of you back in your hearths and hearts. From Radford to New York to San Antonio to where else did I see in the chat? Tasmania. That
We
one
got
is really getting me.
some Dallas
Somebody said Tasmania, and I'm losing it. Whew.
Whoa. I saw some people in the UK. I saw some people in France. So
Australia.
Yeah, wherever you are.
Now, the last thing that we usually do at our annual Christmas show is a radio play. And I honestly don't really believe that we're up for it right now. But I think we're still going to try, because that's what a live stream is all about, is failing publicly.
True. So that it can go into live stream fails later.
Yeah, so let's just talk it out a little bit about how we're going to accomplish this. Maybe I'll just leave this shot up on this camera. We'll scoot the mic a little bit closer. Maybe I'll sit at the piano because we don't really have a backing track for this.
All right.
So
okay,
who's
okay.
going to be in charge of the Foley and sound effects?
I'll do Foley. Or you want to do Foley? Since
Maybe.
Oh, sorry, I was just.
Let-
I was
I
just
thought you were
saying-
like,
I
No, I was just thumping my chest. It was
Yeah.
Unrelated.
Hark.
Yay! Yay!
you have to
yeah.
read the whole thing. So
So,
Yeah, you take that.
Yeah, but it would be hard to like grab the right
Yeah,
things.
exactly,
But
that's what I'm
I could
saying.
just make the noises
Oh,
like,
I-
with my mouth.
Well,
Just
you
make
know,
them-
we'll just see what happens.
and we'll just see what happens. You just have
Actually, to
between
make
you.
sure
And somebody may have to
kids
hold
are
a
okay.
mic up to me when I'm singing, because there's only 2 mics. So, but other than that, I think we could just like give it a whirl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually
so
there's a
join me.
Foley person doing like footsteps and jingling and jangling all the sounds and scissors, but it will be very imprecise right now. But in the spirit of just hanging out in a living room on Christmas Eve, we will wing it like
Yeah.
we would wing it in a living room.
We're just winging. This is the name of the game. So throw another log on the fire.
Yeah.
Here, this is for you.
I'm gonna
Okay, I'll take
seed
this.
my bench to Evan.
Want that?
Yeah, I'll take this.
Okay, great. This is great. Okay. Am I
nothing will
supposed to
go
be? Nope.
You want to be next to Evan? Or?
Sure.
Okay.
Always.
Yeah, I can sit there.
Okay. Okay. So we take that. Is this how this works?
Also, thanks for being our assistant sound people in the chat. We appreciate the feedback. Since I'm sitting over here, every once in a while I can look back for feedback since now we have an added piano into the mix. Whoa, thanks Blades Toe for listening to us while you're driving. I give you a challenge, Blades Toe, to be at a stoplight and roll down the window and then just start blasting something weird like Chicken Attack out the window just to see how intimidated everybody is. They'll be like, whoa, this is a person of culture, a person who truly knows the art of the yodel, and who probably has a cabinet full of yodel buster.
Little buster's working.
Hello, British Columbia. Hello from afar. Oh, Evan, you have some Camp fans in the chat.
Yeah.
For
Hey,
anyone-
welcome, guys.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Evan is a voice, or was a voice for an episode of Camp, in which he was an evil twin of the main character, and, well, I won't spoil anything. Maybe the evil twin wins and is now the main character.
The
You have
show's
to-
been out for years, like so the spoilers are in at this point. Well, as long as no one is chatting that it just like sounds horrific, then
Cool, that sounds good. You want to try to sing a few bars while you're playing and get some feedback?
yeah. Now I'm facing away from our main mic here, so Sarah, if you're able to just like hold your mic in my face, if I have a solo, then that's great. Otherwise,
Great.
who cares? So it goes like this.
Thanks, Joseph, for the donation. For anyone new in the stream, we're giving your donations to local orgs. We've worked with shelters in the area in New York or in our hometowns. So we appreciate it. It's been a hard year for everyone in the world, and especially for people who need a home.
New York at Christmas time is a place beyond compare. Sleigh bells jingle and rosy cheeks tingle at the magic in the air. I see smiling faces in the windows up and down the broad avenue. folks are singing Christmas carols and wishing for a snowflake or two. Well, brother, I must disagree. New York can be so cruel. When that December wind gets under your skin, you can't stand those tired old tunes. Boring days that were short grow shorter still. Sunset at 4:30 p.m. and dollars disappear. Oh, how can you buy your love something sweet when all you got to spend is tears? I see lonely faces in the windows up and down the broad avenues, and folks are not singing Christmas carols. It's the cold and empty Christmas time blues. Well, please look in that window there that's shining all alone. See that lady that's counting every single penny that she owns. $1.87. That was all, and 60 cents of it was in pennies. Pennies saved 1 and 2 at a time. 3 times Della counted it. $1.87. And the next day would be Christmas. There was clearly nothing to do but flop down on the shabby little couch and howl. So Della did it. Which instigates the moral reflection that life is made up of sobs, sniffles, and smiles, with sniffles predominating. While the mistress of the home is gradually subsiding from the first stage to the second, take a look at the home, a furnished flat at $8 per week. In the vestibule below was a letterbox into which no letter would go, and an electric button from which no mortal finger could coax a ring. Also appertaining thereunto was a card bearing the name Mr. James Dillingham Young. The Dillingham had been flung to the breeze during a former period of prosperity when its possessor was being paid $30 per week. Now, when the income was shrunk to $20, though, they were thinking seriously of contracting to a modest and unassuming D. But whenever Mr. James Dillingham Young came home and reached his flat above, he was called Jim and greatly hugged by Mrs. James Dillingham Young, already introduced to you as Della. It was all very good in the Young's house when Jim came home each night. The cares and the troubles all fell away from around Jim and Della's eyes.
Della finished her cry and attended to her cheeks with the powder rag. She stood by the window and looked out dully at a gray cat walking a gray fence in a gray backyard. Tomorrow would be Christmas Day, and she had only $1.87 with which to buy Jim a present. She'd been saving every penny she could for months, with this result: $20 a week doesn't go far. And expenses had been greater than she had calculated. They always are. Only $1.87 to buy a present for Jim. Her Jim. Many a happy hour she had spent planning something nice for him, something fine and rare and sterling, something just a little bit near to being worthy of the honor of being owned by Jim.
And each time that he walked through the door, she was reminded what she loved him for. And as he held her, she loved him more and more. Each time that he saw her standing there, Now, there were two possessions of the James Dillingham Youngs in which they both took a mighty pride. One was Jim's gold watch that had been his father's and his grandfather's. The other was Della's hair. Had the Queen of Sheba lived in the flat across the air shaft, Della would have let her hair hang out the window to dry just to appreciate Her Majesty's jewels and gifts. Had King Solomon been the janitor with all his treasures piled up in the basement, Jim would have pulled out his watch every time he passed just to see him pluck at his beard from envy. So now Della's beautiful hair fell about her, rippling and shining in a cascade of brown. It reached below her knee and made itself almost a garment for her. And then she did it up again nervously and quickly. Once she faltered for a minute and stood still while a tear or two splashed on the worn red carpet. On went her old brown jacket, on went her old brown hat. With a whirl of skirts and with the brilliant sparkle still in her eyes, she fluttered out the door and down the stairs to the street. Where she stopped, the sign read,
Madame Sofroni, hair goods of all kinds.
One flight up Della ran, and she collected herself, panting. Madame, large, too white and chilly, hardly looked the Sofroni.
Will you buy my hair?
I buy hair. Take your hat off and let's have a sight at the looks of it.
Down rippled the brown cascade. Madame lifted the mass with a practiced hand.
$20.
Give it to me quick. Thank you, madame. Don't stay your hand, it's hard to part with all I have. Please take it all fast as you can. For once you start, I can't turn back. Give it to me quick. Thank you, madame. Now all I own is in my hand. I hope that it will be enough to buy one thing that shows my love.
Oh, and the next 2 hours tripped by on rosy wings. She was ransacking the stores for Jim's present. She found it at last. It surely had been made for Jim and no one else. There was no other like it in any of the stores, and she had turned all of them inside out. It was a platinum fob chain, simple and chaste in design, properly proclaiming its value by substance alone, and not by meretricious ornamentation, as all good things should do. It was even worthy of the watch. As soon as she saw it, she knew that it must be Jim's. It was like him, quietness and value. The description applied to both, and then for the next part, she decided that she was going to switch the microphones so that she could express her thought.
Give it to me quick, that one that shines before I've time to change my mind. We've got so many bills to pay, but the watch he wears begs a chain.
$21 they took from her for it, and she hurried home with the 87 cents. With that chain on his watch, Jim might be properly anxious about the time in any company. Grand as the watch was, he sometimes looked at it on the sly on account of the old leather strap that he used in place of a chain. When Della reached home, her intoxication gave way a little to prudence and reason. She got out her curling irons and lighted the gas.
This sound never works. Okay.
And after lighting that gas, she went to work repairing the ravages made by generosity added to love. which is always a tremendous task, dear friends, a mammoth task. Within 40 minutes, her head was covered with tiny, close-lying curls that made her look wonderfully like a truant schoolboy. She looked at her reflection in the mirror long, carefully, and critically.
If Jim doesn't kill me before he takes a second look at me, he'll say I look like a Coney Island chorus girl. But what could I do? What could I do with $1.87?
At 7 o'clock, the coffee was made and the frying pan was on the back of the stove, hot and ready to cook the chops. Jim was never late. Della doubled the fob chain in her hand and sat on the corner of the table near the door that he had always entered. And then she heard his step on the stair, away, down on the first flight, and she turned white for just a moment. She had a habit for saying a little silent prayer about the simplest everyday things, and now she whispered,
Please, God, make him think that I am still pretty. Please, God, make him think that I am still Lord, I know not how to pray, but you listen anyway to my small and fervent, small and hopeful, small and hopeful prayers. Please, God, make him think that I am still pretty.
The door opened, and Jim stepped in and closed it. He looked thin and very serious. Poor fellow, he was only 22, and to be burdened with a family. He needed a new overcoat, and he was without gloves. Jim stopped inside the door as immovable as a setter at the scent of quail. His eyes were fixed upon Della, and there was an expression in them that she could not read, and that terrified her. It was not anger, nor surprise, nor disapproval, nor horror, nor any of the sentiments that she had been prepared for. He simply stared at her fixedly with that peculiar expression on his face.
Please, God, make him think that I am still pretty.
Della wriggled off the table and went for him.
Jim, darling, don't look at me that way. I had my hair cut off and sold because I could not have lived through another Christmas without giving you a present. Oh, it'll grow out again. You won't mind, will you? I just had to do it. But my hair grows awfully fast, so say Merry Christmas, Jim, and let's be happy. Ooh, you don't know what a beautiful, nice gift I've got for you.
You've cut off your hair.
It was as if he had not arrived yet at that patent fact, even after the hardest mental labor.
Cut it off and sold it. Don't you like me just as well anyhow? I'm me without my hair, aren't I?
Jim looked about the room curiously.
You say your hair is gone.
You needn't look for it. It's sold, I tell you. Sold and gone, too. It's Christmas Eve, boy. Be good for me. Be good to me, for it went for you. Maybe the hairs of my head were numbered, but nobody could ever count my love for you. Shall I put the chops on, Jim?
Della, oh Della, well there's nothing you could do. Change your clothes or change won't change my love for you.
He drew a package from his overcoat pocket and threw it upon the table.
Della, oh Della, well I think that if you open that package there, you'll understand just why you had me going.
White and nimble fingers tore at the string and paper, and then an ecstatic scream of joy. And then, alas, a quick feminine change to hysterical tears and wails, necessitating the immediate employment of all the comforting powers of the Lord of the Flat. For there lay the combs, the set of combs, side and back, that Della had worshipped long in a Broadway window. Beautiful combs, pure tortoise shell with jeweled rims, just the shade to wear in the beautiful vanished hair. They were expensive combs, she knew, and her heart had simply craved and yearned over them without the least hope of possession. And now they were hers, but the tresses were gone. But she hugged them to her bosom, and at length she was able to look up with dim eyes and a smile.
My hair grows so fast, Jim.
And then Della leapt up like a little singed cat and cried.
Oh!
Jim had not yet seen his beautiful present. She held it out to him eagerly upon her open palm. The dull, precious metal seemed to flash with a reflection of her bright and ardent spirit.
Isn't it a dandy, Jim? I hunted all over town to find it. Oh, you'll have to look at the time 100 times a day now. Let me see your watch. I want to see how it looks on it.
Instead of obeying, Jim tumbled down on the couch and put his hands under the back of his head and smiled.
Well, Dell, let's put our Christmas presents away and keep them a while. They're too nice to use just at present. I sold the watch to get the money to buy your combs. Della, oh Della, now suppose we have some supper. Put on the chops, I'll start a fire. Let us just sit together.
Just then, a knock at the door brought them sudden pause, and their surprise was only surpassed by quizzicality when in walked Madame Sophrony, a bluster of fur and smelling of hair tonic.
I just had to find you. Right after you left, wouldn't you know it, I won the lottery. I've just got to share my good fortune, because of morals, you know. So, for just being a good person with a fantastic set of ringlets, here's $980,000.
Before Della and Jim could utter a single croak, the madame dropped an immense satchel on their table and whirled out the door. The decrepit table, which had for so many months longed for a single hearty meal, collapsed noisily under the weight of a pile of money the size of a small pony.
We lost the table.
Oh boy, okay. I thought I couldn't be any happier, Jim, but now I am actually slightly happier than I was a moment ago.
The Magi, as you know... Oh, wait, no. Jim then said...
Darling, I agree with regards to my happiness level, but you should also know that this money won't change me. Hopefully, my earlier gesture with the watch has demonstrated that I care little for worldly goods. You are my best Christmas present and life present.
Darling. Oh, darling.
The Magi, as you know, were wise men, wonderfully wise men who brought gifts to the babe in the manger. They sort of invented the art of giving Christmas presents, and being wise, their gifts were no doubt wise ones. And here I have lamely related to you the uneventful chronicle of two foolish children in a flat who most unwisely sacrificed for each other the greatest treasures of their house. But, in a last word to the wise of these days, let it be said that of all who give gifts, these two were the wisest. And because they were pure of heart, they were karmically rewarded with tons of cash.
That's true.
As happens in real life, of course. Up above, the candles dim as snowflakes start to fall. When Christmas comes without a sound, it still comes the same after all. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy ho ho holidays! You're lucky I wasn't sitting over there because I would have played Jingle Bells on the Among Us piano.
Sometimes things work out, you know?
The end.
I thought I'd throw a wrench in the gears and do a happy ending because we're in this year. I was like, let's break the rules and do a happy ending.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's all win the lottery.
It was ready for a makeover, and what can you say? Everyone knows that karma always comes true, and after a year like this, we're all going to win the lottery.
Yeah, that is how the lottery works, traditionally.
You get it because you deserve it.
Yeah. I like how there are all those relatable references in the O. Henry story, like, quail hunting references. They always make my mind buzz. Like, oh, yeah, relatable. Oh, man, this is always when the hound is just, still, when he's waiting.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks
you
for
guys
hanging
so much
out
for
with
joining
us. You
Let's
guys
go
want to?
put the chops on.
Let's
Let's
end with something that's like a big sing-alongy thing, like Auld Lang Syne. What do you think?
Great. Yeah. Count me in.
Do Auld Lang Syne again, and you guys fade yourselves out.
Yeah, it's been long enough that there are probably a lot of different people in the chat.
Yeah, at least 500 people have come and gone since we last sang Auld Lang Syne. Here we go.
And if we enrage you by repeating it, just close the tab.
Yeah.
So this goes out to all of you in the UK, in Tasmania, in France, in Radford, New York, San Antonio, anywhere in the world that you are. Happy ho ho holidays, accent on the ho. Keep the memes coming. Keep sending us requests. This next part. This is Andrew's verse.
Take it, Andrew.
My heart is ravished with delight when I think upon
We miss you, Andrew. Come back to us.
grief
Come back,
and
Andrew.
sorrow.
Don't come back yet. Get well.
Get better soon. And when Andrew comes back, we'll have a good time.
Talk about it.